Welcome back, folks, to another episode of Jamin's Daily. And today we are going to talk about Warhammer, my newfound obsession and hobby. Okay. And as I've been reading several books, starting with The Path of Heaven, first book ever read, bought it at half price bookstores. Look how big this book is compared to this book. All right. Huge. Love this book. First book ever bought. But then we started with Horus Rising on the Horus Heresy. Read this book, 400 pages, amazing book. On to then the next, False Gods. False Gods. I'm almost done with this book. Another 400 pages in, and then after that we'll be into the trilogy Galaxy in Flames. This one I'm going to read next. But something has me as I'm reading the books and my mind, I'm all in just imagining things. I watch YouTube videos and things that give me ideas and videos to help me imagine, give me some perspective and all that stuff, which is great. There's no better time than now to be a Warhammer fan. I think, personally. Okay, I've bought and read some books. You can see in the background here, I got some omnibuses I'm going to read, in addition to the Horus Heresy novels that I have. But I've been wondering, So, the Legion, an Astartes, Space Marine, is a huge person, and when they have their armor on, it's even more massive. And they're walking around, and they're lumbering around all over, in the story. And I just, in my mind, I'm thinking, man, these must be big hallways. These must be big doorways. Like, how are these dudes just walking into places, right? Then I'm thinking, especially in False Gods, there's a point where they're on a moon, and I think there's like a space station on the moon, and they're like barracks of sorts. And the Space Marines are talking to humans, and there's this whole, they enter into the humans' bunk or barracks or chambers, and I can only think, are they having to duck in and really, or is the whole spaceship designed for the Space Marine? And you, as the normal human, find yourself as a tiny person in all these enormously proportioned things for the Space Marine. Has anybody thought about that? Am I the only one? I'd like to know, folks at home, all the Warhammer fans, have you ever thought about how the way these stories are told in the Space Marines, because of their sheer size, how they actually make these things possible, right? It's the one thing so far that you have to suspend belief, and they make it happen, right? They're there somehow. But I have to say, folks, nobody told me when I got into the Warhammer hobby, and it's not. I'm not into the whole hobby because I'm not I'm not into the tabletop game or painting minis or anything like that. I'm just reading the books. So reading isn't a hobby. Reading is fundamental, right? But I've been spending a lot of time reading these books. Nobody told me that these books were going to steal all my time, because they have been slightly. But I tell you what, I have not been this excited about reading books maybe ever in my life. I'm 41 years old. All right. So good for me. Good for Warhammer, I guess. I'm a convert. And so, folks at home, if you like Warhammer and you're into it, just like me, let me know. Like, share, subscribe. My channel is growing and trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. So please like and subscribe, share it with your friends, and stay tuned because the best is yet to come.